Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's July 20th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. Right now we're looking at yesterday morning. You see the marine layer up and down the coastline here, but I want you to pay attention to the cumulus clouds building up across the Sierra Nevada there as we go through the day. You can see them pop up. First, the lightning started across some portions of central Nevada. Let's back up here again as that just refreshed. And you can see some of the cumulus clouds and some of the lightning strikes of the southern Sierra Nevada right near the California-Nevada border there went on during the day yesterday, off to the south and east of Lake Tahoe. But you can see it went on all the way towards sunset, and some of that lightning activity actually went on beyond the sunset as well. And then we come out back towards this morning. We're going to have a chance for some thunderstorm activity over the next couple of days, a bit more scattered, however. And you can see this is where we are currently with that marine there up and down the coastal areas, the Bay Area. It's intruded into some of the valleys, and you can see the hit and miss nature of this all the way up towards southwest Oregon. Now, if you guys want your own affordable home weather station here, it has a lightning detection system. I have two of these at my house that I test out. It's very fun. I look at this before I look at anything else on my smartphone app just to see the temperature at my house. It stores all the data for you in the cloud. Helps support the channel, and click the link down below to save 10% off. So here's the vertically integrated smoke. This is still the Orleans complex, still producing some of the smoke and flaring up as we go on in through the day today, on in through tomorrow. Again, another flare probably tomorrow afternoon, evening, yada, yada, yada. So if you are around this area, you know where that smoke is coming from. I think that's the green fire still producing some smoke as well. And a lot of that is drifting up in towards Oregon. And this is the Orleans complex as well, up over 15,000 acres, only 2% contained. There's also some other fires out there, but I don't know exactly if they are producing that. They are much smaller fires. The green fire, however, was over 19,000 acres as of the last update also. So choppy lakes today and Monday. Just want to draw attention to this here for Lake Tahoe, the waves. You know, it's not going to be as bad as the one that we had some pretty severe wind and wave activity on the lake a few weeks ago where there were some deaths involved, but I just want to kind of keep this in the back of everybody's mind if you're out there across some of the lakes today and tomorrow. Get some gusty winds out there, and also some critical fire weather. Reno National Weather Service on top of things here. This includes portions of California as well, so watch out for that. Now, this is the thunderstorm outlook for today. You can see it does include portions of the Sierra Nevada towards the California-Nevada border again, and we've got a system that's going to be rolling through here. It's going to be bringing some thunderstorm potential as we go through tomorrow, also across Northern California. About to show that here in a moment. Now, if we take a look at the 2-meter temperature anomaly. Look at these glorious blues and greens out there across much of the west coast. We are going to be below normal here as we roll in through the next week or so. And if I scroll towards the end of next week, you still see California kind of basking in these below normal temperatures generally for the most part across much of the area. Glad to see that. I mean, I think the crowds wanting below normal temperatures during the month of July probably vastly outweighs the people who want a hot summer across California, even though I got a comment or two about wanting a warmer summer. But yeah, that is not a bad look here, if you ask me. Now, taking a look at 500 millibars or 18,000 feet gives you a good idea of general ridge and trough position. You see the big ridge established out over the Pacific Ocean, way up into the Gulf of Alaska. Put that into motion, and you can clearly see we don't have any big heat dome or any big ridge here. We got this troughing hanging out. This is what's going to bring the system through Northern California as we go through the day tomorrow. More on that here again in a moment. You can kind of see the upper level low and the troughing hang out as the ridge remains well offshore, well to our north and west, and you can kind of see those below normal heights kind of continuing on towards the end of next week as well. Now, total precipitation, let's check it out. So as we go through the day today, you see some of the thunderstorms across the Sierra Nevada there, see some monsoon moisture out near the New Mexico-Arizona border, but as we go on towards Monday morning, you see some of this precipitation start to swing through here across portions of Oregon and Northern California. That could bring a couple of thunderstorms with it as well, and then we go on in through Tuesday morning here. Let's see what it has in store for us. It just shows another little blurb there on the day Tuesday for the Sierra Nevada, maybe an isolated thunderstorm there. I think this is pretty much noise across a lot of the Bay Area there also. Now, if we take a look at the high resolution, rapid refresh, and lightning and density potential. So we go through the day today, it just showed that little blurb for some thunderstorm activity, and then you can see the frontal system kind of swinging through Northern California there. It does kick off a few thunderstorms at that all the way on in through Monday evening. Now, composite reflectivity on the North American model. Let's look at that. You can see it does show some some showers there across the Sierra Nevada. Some of those could be producing some decent amounts of lightning with them. Monsoon moisture across portions of Arizona. We scroll on in through Monday morning. There goes that precipitation starting to swing across Northern California. So pretty good agreement there from the models on what is to come as we go through the day on Monday. And again, this could be causing some gusty winds as this frontal system moves through the areas. This gradient tightens for places like Lake Tahoe, some of the lakes out there as well, and some gusty winds elsewhere. Now, if we look at those winds, we mentioned this a couple times now. You can see as we go through today, this afternoon, you see the winds pick up, kind of typical diurnal cycle there. We pick up those winds and we go through Monday morning, and the gradient's going to tighten up here as we go through Monday morning, right near the noon hour across some of the Sierra Nevada. So watch out for that again for Lake Tahoe, especially. Some gusty winds out there across much of the area as that system moves by to mainly our north. Now, total precipitation inches on the GFS. So what we're looking for here is to see if any of that monsoon moisture is showing up in the extended. A little bit, but it's backing off there through the fantasy portion of the forecast here. So I was just trying to hope and trying to will some monsoon moisture back up into Nevada and California, but it doesn't look like a lot right now, but that can still change. We're looking way off into the forecast there. That's why I call it a fantasy forecast. And if we look at the precipitable water, we scroll out far enough, you can see the GFS wants to throw some moisture back our way as we go through the 10-day time period. You can kind of throw out this system here. I wouldn't get concerned about that just yet. The GFS has a propensity to develop these tropical systems when they do not come into, they just don't happen at that range. The GFS loves to do that. But the moisture surge, there may be something behind that. Now, the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook, West Coast below normal signal, July 25 through 29. That makes sense with everything we just looked at. And they got this below normal signal here. We'll see how that turns out. But the 8 to 14 days starting getting back more towards normal as we get a ridge that's dominating a lot of the center portions of the USA. And there's a little bit of above normal here. That's kind of a flip-flop from yesterday, kind of maybe homing in on a little bit of that monsoon moisture trying to move back up into our area as we go through the early portion of August. But anyway, hope you guys are liking the channel. Click like and subscribe. Check out the Patreon page. Leave me some images down below. No videos, just pictures, but it is free to join up, and you'll get my daily updates there as well. So anyway, yeah, we'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.